Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are back at it at my special filming spot location because this is another one of those videos where we're gonna see what it's like, take a deeper dive with a special car. And what car am I talking about? This supercar right here. This is that 2026 Aston Martin Vanquish. But before we just get behind the wheel and go for a drive, let's talk about what's going on here. So I'm really liking the feedback I'm getting from many of you where I'm taking certain vehicles that I get as press fleet vehicles and going a little bit further in depth with them. With this video, we're gonna go for a special drive, and it's really gonna showcase what is it like to live with a supercar, especially this V12, twin turbocharged V12 powered Aston Martin Vanquish. Lots of technology, lots of performance, and definitely lots of luxury. So why don't we go ahead, you get behind the wheel. You're gonna be driving, I'll be sitting passenger side, and we're gonna go for a spin and see what is it really like to live with this Aston Martin Vanquish. All right, guys, we are sitting behind the wheel of this 2026 Aston Martin Vanquish. Here is your Aston Martin key fob. It's got the nice touch lock and unlock and pop the rear trunk. And then this is what you're going to see before you fire her up. It says Aston Martin on the dash with the badge. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to hit the brake and fire up that glorious twin turbo V12. You have your chimes, you have your dash that comes to life, and once you get the hang of this layout, they really simplified the interiors of the different Aston Martin vehicles. 10.25-inch screen. You can go into your settings, you hit the vehicle there, you have your different telemetry with the gauges. I like to leave that up. Of course, your different drive modes. You could go into edit and create your own individual drive mode exactly the way that you want it. But it's actually a pretty smooth reacting system. Even things like your vehicle controls, parking setup, all those different things with warning sounds and all that, very easily adjustable. This is your home screen, and then you have your navigation, that built-in native nav. Now, when it comes to your digital gauge cluster, on the passenger side of the steering wheel, this is where you're gonna hit your 3 different levels, and then you're just gonna rub your finger. It's like a touch sensitive on what you want to do. So if you wanna change the view, you click on it, and then you click on your classic dual gauge layout. I tend to like a little bit more where the tack is in the center when I'm driving, especially if I'm doing any type of on throttle driving. So I'm gonna hit the 3 bars again, go down to, actually I'm going up, go up to view. And then I kind of like the dark theme, looks really killer. So now it's all in the center. On the right-hand side, you have your things like your telemetry with your tire pressure. You can easily make adjustments to anything, all by using this thumb control. And what's nice is that you're not getting a bunch of, unless you have greasy hands, like you just ate a piece of fried chicken, you're not gonna have a lot of fingerprints on this, which is nice. To operate your turn signals and your wipers, it's all one stock. The other stock is all the way down here where my hand is, and that's going to allow me to tilt and move the wheel. very easily. So I like the way it's a fairly clean layout for the type of vehicle that it is. Now, back to the center console, you got your start-stop button. You twist your modes to go into your different mode selection. So you twist the knob. It's actually a knob and a button. I'm going to put it in Sport Plus mode. That's going to allow that engine to be heard at full song. It illuminates the suspension and the active exhaust, puts everything into Sport Plus. And then I'm also going to turn on my ventilated seats. That's the heated seats. Definitely don't want that. Turn on the ventilated seats, adjust the blower fan, and then remember, all your seat controls are on the center console. And once you have it set up, it actually feels really, really fantastic in here. I'm going to go ahead and buckle up. The only controls you have on the driver's side door is to control your side mirrors, your windows, of course it's all one-touch operation, and then to pop the rear trunk. So even though there's a lot to do, they did a pretty good job at leaving it very simplistic in its layout. Now, I'm going to actually show you, so I'm actually putting it into drive. I'm not going to go forward per se, but I'm going to put it into drive, and it actually shows you here, see how it lights up red on our 360 cam? That lets you know that I'm getting close to that parking block that's in front of us. So it'll let you know red means you need to stop, or you're gonna mess up that diffuser splitter area on the nose of the vehicle. But I'll put it into reverse. Like I said, nice camera view, very clear. You got your trajectory, and then we're gonna back on out of our spot. Once you get used to the proportions of this vehicle, it's actually very easy to drive. Love the steering wheel. Nice thickness. It's a good looking wheel, just from an aesthetic standpoint. And they did a really great job of balancing the luxury side and the supercar side. So turn on my turn signal. All your light controls are down below. I'm gonna switch it back to auto. I had them on for some filming we were doing. And then we're gonna pull on out. Now in Sport Plus mode, those Bilstein dampers are gonna be on the stiffer side. But like I said, you can make that adjustment very, very easily. But I just really love the seating position in this vehicle. You got that beautiful long hood that you're just seeing a little bit of the top of it, and then it kind of curves down. One of the big pluses is because there's no gloss black in here really, you're not getting any glare. Even with the glass panoramic roof, because remember that panoramic roof does not have a shade, and right now the sun is lighting us up in here. And I'm feeling some heat from it, but you're not getting a ton of glare, which is nice. But the visibility, nice large windshield. You got those great position side mirrors. And you're hearing that glorious V12 out the back of the car. Nice downshifts, automatic mode for the transmission is really, really nice. Downshifts, very, very purposeful, keeps the chassis stable. But like I said, once you get the proportions of this car, it's actually very easy to drive. But it is a long supercar, that's for sure. I'm gonna go ahead, let's put it into GT mode. And you're gonna see and feel how things soften up a little bit here. So right off the bat, exhaust is quieter and the suspension is definitely softer. It's much more comfortable. So if you're gonna daily drive this, depending on what roads you have in your neck of the woods and the condition of them, you're probably going to run it in GT mode. But the nice thing is you could have it in GT mode, and if you want the exhaust to sing, you could do that too, just by pressing the button. It automatically opens up when you go into Sport Plus mode, but you could do that in GT as well, or you could keep it in quiet mode for the exhaust while you're in Sport Plus. Let's see here. You could also make changes to the side here. There we go. I could put our driver assistance graphic on the left-hand side there. But the quality of the interior, no creaks, no rattles, of course. Even the pleasant sound from the turn signal. I mean, it's really an invigorating vehicle to drive. Twist the knob, we're gonna go back into Sport and then Sport Plus. Each mode is very specific. So here's Sport. I'm turning about 2,000 RPM, 5th gear, but then I go into Sport Plus, automatically drops a gear and RPM raises up. So each one is very, very unique upon itself, which is good. And that's all we need is 3 modes. That's it. Steering is very, very quick. And why don't we go on throttle from a dead stop? Now this does have launch control, and it's real simple to activate. You're just gonna step on the brake, hold down the throttle, race start active. On throttle, here we go. So definitely going to provide you a rocketing driving experience. That's for sure. And then if you want to use the paddles, you just hit manual. Now I'm going to manually use the paddles, and you have a nice large gear indicator, which is great as well. But whether you're on a twisty road or a straight road, this Vanquish just gives you so much confidence and gives you such a nice driving experience. But the paddles, whether you're going up the gears or down the gears, very, very quick. And I just really like the way you have that nice display there. Getting to the infotainment system, well within reach. I'll bring up the telemetry. Just really wrapped in all the finest leather, carbon fiber, and everything else in here. But as you can see, it's actually very easy to drive once you get the hang of it. Let's pull into this parking lot. I'll show you how easy it is to park. Definitely want to pay attention to your sensors in this thing, because you don't want to hit the parking block. So I tend to like to back it up a little bit and then go forward, just to give you, see how you have that nice camera view, and that's going to allow us to pull in. Hear the beeping? That lets you know that we're right where we want to be, not too far over, not too far back. You just don't want to keep going, because you are going to hit that nose. And then of course, you just power it off. Then you're able to get out with those swan opening style doors. Tells you don't forget your key, which we have it here. But I'm not ready to get out. I got more driving I want to do in this, but we need to get you back to where we all started. So I'm hoping that this in-depth driving, what's it like to live with this Aston Martin Vanquish, we're going to get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys. I tell you, it's one of those things that anytime I have a car like this, if somebody wants me to make another video of it, I'm more than happy to oblige, because this 2026 Vanquish definitely is a special supercar. But let me know what you think. Took you for the drive, saw what all the features and the functions and how to use them, how easy they were, how hard they were. Let me know what you think about what it's like to live with this Aston Martin Vanquish, and would you want to daily drive this supercar? It is possible. Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Gotta get it up to Latte Lori. She's always down to go for a spin in any kind of supercar, especially this Aston Martin. So thank you, Latte Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.